The first week of February is buzzing with regulatory moves and market shakeouts. Strap in for a recap of the 3 biggest stories that impacted crypto this week. Stick around to the end of the video as we dig into Senate Democrats reconvening on crypto market structure, the constructive White House talks on stablecoin yield, and most importantly, the massive global crypto market cap plunge that turned heads this week. I'm going to give you the breakdown on bringing Wall Street on-chain with the superstate, the end of the partial government shutdown, and even Trump's unawareness of that big world liberally financial stake. Let's dive into it. Welcome to Trade Crypto Today. I'm your host, Ellie, here in Beverly Hills, and I am a crypto enthusiast and content creator by day, power slap and mixed martial arts competitor by night. Follow me on X for more. And let's dive in. Kicking things off, Senate Democrats just met to restart discussions on crypto market structure, marking one of the most pivotal gatherings since Senate Banking Committee postponed its Clarity Act markup last month. This comes after weeks of consultations between Democratic lawmakers, their staff, and the crypto industry representatives. The big issue at hand is still stablecoin yield, which derailed the January markup, especially for Senator Angela Alsobrooks. Both sides are calling Monday's White House meeting between crypto and banking industries constructive, with White House Crypto Council Executive Director Patrick Witt describing it as fact-based and solution-oriented. He's confident a resolution is coming and even urged a deal by the month's end. The banking coalition stuck to high-level talking points while crypto delegates pushed for specifics. More meetings are on deck, but there's no new markup date until issues are ironed out. Shifting to markets, the global crypto market cap has tanked roughly $500 billion in less than a week, racking up total losses of about $1.7 trillion since Bitcoin's October peak. This bloodbath tracks with expected volatility, but it definitely has traders on edge. Many are watching the Friday rebound closely, hoping and wishing for that converted V-shaped recovery. On the podcast front, Superstate CEO Robert Leshner joined to break down the future of tokenization on Wall Street, from their $82 million raise to what gets tokenized and what doesn't, plus tokenized deposits, digital asset treasuries, stablecoins, and DeFi. The main takeaway of the conversation is expecting TradeFi to fully come on-chain sooner rather than later. He called out overhyped use cases and crypto's growing footprint in traditional finance. Depending on what got you into crypto, not everyone loves the idea of TradeFi playing in our sandbox. But like it or not, it's absolutely one of the most important trends to pay attention to right now. Now, let's talk about the real main event this week, Bitcoin's violent price action. On Thursday, Bitcoin suffered a brutal flash crash, plunging all the way down to a low of around $61,000. That move wiped out over $2.8 billion in long liquidation in just a few hours, triggered by widespread panic and broke key technical support levels. Then on Friday, we saw a powerful relief rally as Bitcoin recovered sharply, reclaiming $70,000 and even pushing briefly above $71,500. The speed of the recovery was impressive, but left a lot of traders with whiplash. The question remains, is this a dead cat bounce? Is it just a relief rally against the primary trend? Even a push towards the high 70s for Bitcoin is still an obviously lower high, and the 200-week moving average at $58,000 would still suggest to many that at least a double bottom or slightly lower bottom is in order. So why did Bitcoin crash so hard? Well, a few factors lined up perfectly. Growing fears around delayed Fed rate cuts and tighter monetary policy signals, renewed geopolitical tensions, and classic cascading liquidations. Not to mention, the belief that the 4-year cycle is intact has probably played into a lot of heavy profit taking over the last months, as many investors scale out to wait on the sidelines. We also saw Bitcoin's correlation with the Nasdaq 100 spike to nearly 80 cents this week. When tech sold off, crypto got dragged down even harder. The big question now is whether this was just a deep liquidity grab and shakeout or the beginning of a larger correction towards the 55,000 to 58,000 zone. Wrapping up the big 3 stories for the week, President Donald Trump signed a $1.2 trillion spending package to end the partial government shutdown, funding most of the federal government through September 30th. This averts immediate chaos, but it does seem bullish in a bearish kind of way, if that makes sense. The government shouldn't be shutting down in the first place. In a way that feels like deja vu from the last time, Friday's January jobs data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics has now been delayed because of the shutdown. Meanwhile, Trump claimed that he was unaware of the $500 million stake in the Trump family's World Liberty Financial Project bought by an Abu Dhabi royal family member, per a Wall Street Journal investigation. That's raising eyebrows on transparency in the crypto ventures tied to public officials. Honorable mentions this week include Kalishi and Polymarket's free grocery event in New York City, with Polymarket opening up a pop-up store next week. MetaMask integration tokenized stocks, ETFs, and commodities via Ondo Finance. Crypto.com is launching its own prediction markets platform, and Nevada regulators suing Coinbase Financial Market over unlicensed sport and election contracts. And Fed Governor Stephen Moran stepping down as Council of Economic Advisor Chair to stay at the Fed. Plus, signs of the growing crypto presence in banking and policy circles. If you want to see more technical analysis breakdowns for Bitcoin and top altcoin setups, plus these weekly wrap-up videos, make sure to subscribe to Trade Crypto today and check out all the links in the description below, designed to help you take your crypto trading to the next level. If you found value in this video, drop your thoughts in the comments below, slap that like button, and knock on that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got. My name is Ellie. Have a safe rest of your day, and get rich or get wrecked.